What's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen. My guest this week is Tony Rock.
Again.
Yeah, I've had Lunel on twice, Faison on twice, and Russell Peters on twice. You didn't get
Yeah, baby. I'm a two-timer. I like the white guy motif you have going on here. Like you're a combination of Larry Bird and Eminem. Is that what it is? Like,
well, it's all the white guys that are really good in black-dominated genres.
Oh, okay.
So I figured,
okay,
because I've been called that.
So you should put like Emeril Lagasse up there.
Oh, and
white
cooking.
guy in Cajun cooking.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Who else would it be?
Who else would be up there?
Tyson Fury now.
Tyson Fury. Yes. Tyson Fury could go.
Trying to think. We were just talking before we started. I whipped out my chapstick. People don't know in comics writers, we got liquor, food. I go, I'll cancel shows if I ain't got chapstick.
Yo, I feel so inadequate when I don't put chapstick on. It's just, I was driving here like, damn, my chapstick. Should I stop and get chapstick? But I had already said I was going to stop and get food. And I think that pizza shop around the corner is a drug front because it took me a half hour to get that little pizza.
That little tiny pizza?
A half hour. There was nobody in there. Two guys in the back just chopping it up. I'm like, this is a front.
Like, what is it, a mattress firm?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this. Every time I see mattress firm, I'm going, what's really going on with this business?
Yeah.
They're in every city.
But every 3 blocks is another one. So
you don't realize you drive by. But I thought it was like that, but then I realized I probably bought 4 beds in the last 8 years, and they've all been from Mattress Firm.
You bought 4 beds in the last 8 years? I haven't bought a bed since 2003.
Well, you haven't gone through a divorce.
Okay, true.
Gotta get a new bed. Like this.
You had to get a couple of new beds.
Couple new beds. You know what I mean? She got the house now.
You have new house, new beds.
I don't have a new house. I had to get a new bed.
What do you miss most from the old house? The thing that you look for in your new house, you're like, damn, it's over there.
Well,
besides,
we had amazing TVs. You know, we're in the entertainment business,
right?
So I had some dope TVs.
Wait, was this the house with the pool in the back that was like on something?
That was the one in
I saw that you had like.
That was a dope. That's a dope.
That was Chicago, Cincinnati.
That was Northern California.
Yeah, okay.
And then the Cincinnati house, though, what I miss most about that one was we had the big basement. You know, Ohio, Midwest, we got basements. Yeah. I'm in an apartment now, but it's fine. I'll get back on my feet. Thanks. It's fine. How'd your brother handle it?
Hey, man. Listen.
Honestly, I wanted my divorce to go down like your brother's. Nobody knew until it was over. Well,
no, you don't.
Yeah, you're right. I heard about.
No, nobody in the public knew. We knew. Yeah. We got the phone calls. We were up late nights like, okay, just put it on speakerphone and just let them talk. Like
But I guess I should mean from a PR perspective.
Right.
Mine just went, I was like, yo, again? Another? I was like this. Oh, my God.
And you know what's like, I don't want to talk about your relationship, but every time I saw you and your ex-wife together, it looked like, oh, shit, okay, they doing it right.
Yeah.
It looked, then from the outside looking in, it was like, okay, they look like they got it, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, to really be, I say this all the time, like to really have a successful relationship, you got to keep that shit out the public eye. You got to stay away from.
Man.
Because you can go through your shit and nobody has to know about it.
My next one.
You're going to get married again?
No, I'm talking about just relationship.
Okay.
I'll probably never post. I have a post of her.
Yeah.
Because it is true. Like, I look at people like Joseph Sikora. You never see his wife on social media.
Right.
Andrew Schultz just started to post his wife. They seem happy as anything. Because he got married. Joe Rogan. I couldn't tell you what his wife looks like.
I didn't know Rogan was married.
Exactly.
Look, people didn't know I had a girl until I had a child.
I didn't.
I had a baby. I posted the baby, and they were like, wait, who's the girl?
Right.
And that's why we're happy. Because nobody knows. I'm not.
No reason.
What did they say? I saw a meme one time on Instagram. It's like Jay-Z and Beyonce could have broken up 1,000 times and we wouldn't have known it because they don't put their shit on social media.
Right.
Everybody that's all, the couples that are always like, oh, goals and couple goals. Yo, they going through it.
Yo.
The ones that's always like,
they're overcompensating.
Especially like, it'll be like Black Love, #Black Love, and they going through it. They overcompensate, right.
Yeah.
What was Megan Good and the pastor?
Devin.
They were supposed to be so anointed and I don't want to.
Man.
I don't want to, because every time I talk about somebody, it's always like I get a lot of flack on social media, like I'm a hater.
Well, no, I mean you're just saying like you can't compare your relationship to anybody off social media. Is what you're saying.
Right.
I said that when I was married. I said, do not. People always say they would ask me, what's the key to have a relationship? I go, I don't know about that, but I do know never compare yourself to another couple because, like you said, I I'm to the point now, after going through divorce, I can almost see through those posts. Like, oh, they're completely overdoing it.
Right.
Man.
They're doing that for them. They're doing that so they feel better about the look, how it looks, when they know that the real look is horrible.
Yeah.
But as far as social media, you shouldn't compare anything, not even couples or lifestyle, anything.
Yeah.
Because it's all fake.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Everybody wants to look better than they really are on social media. Everybody wants to look like they're doing better on social media. Mm-hmm. Their relationships are stronger. Their friendships are deeper. It's all bullshit. A real friendship, you don't have to post.
Yeah. It's just, it's like, you always hear this, a real friend, you ain't got to see them for a year.
Right.
And then when you see them, it's like no time has passed.
Exactly.
You know?
My cousin, Sherrod Small, you know Sherrod Small.
Yeah.
Comedian. That's my cousin. We go years, months, years. Pandemic, didn't see each other the whole pandemic. Got back to New York, first day, hey, man, like, picked right back up. We don't have to talk to each other. We don't have to call each other. It's my real homie to the day I die.
And you don't take it personal when they don't call.
Right.
You're like, oh, just time got away from you or whatever. You don't even think nothing of it.
Yeah. So very few friendships that you have like that in life, and you should definitely cherish the ones that you do have like that.
Yeah. I got a couple guys like that. I got my buddy Mike and my buddy Paul from high school. They're just like, when the three of us get together, it's just like, we're back in 11th grade.
Yep.
Just hanging out.
And you don't need to post it on social media. It just is what it is.
Right, exactly.
And they don't even call you Gary Owen. They probably call you G or something like that. Like my boys, I'm Tone to them.
Yeah.
Everybody, Tony Rock. They're like, oh, it's just Tone. Like, with my brother, it's like when we together, it's just like, oh my God, Chris Rock. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Like, I forgot you.
Yeah.
I forgot you.
You're like this.
I forgot
Chris?
These people love you. I forgot. Yeah. We talk about bullshit. We like, yo, man, that new fucking, the new M&Ms. We just talk about bullshit.
Right.
And the world's like, oh my God, I know they over there having a deep conversation. Like, nothing.
Oh, I just realized too? Oh my God. Chris's ex was from Oakland.
This is true.
Oh my God.
This is true.
Maybe that's a reality show. Hold on. I produced my ex's own reality show, Exes from Oakland. Because isn't Nicole Murphy? Is she from the Bay?
I don't know.
I read somewhere there was it was like some weird statistic where it was like all these celebs were married to women from the Bay.
You know what? I'm not married to a woman from the Bay, but I do very good numbers with women from the Bay.
Hold on. Last time you was on, you said Ohio.
No, Ohio's easy. That's a cakewalk.
Tony, just say Earth. Listen, Tony
Rock. The Bay Area, man. Something about me, they like me up there. They like me in the Bay.
I'm friendly.
I'm friendly, yes.
Look, but the Bay's friendly. I got married to a Bay
not friendly. The Bay is not friendly. The guys are not friendly. Yeah, the guys are the rudest motherfuckers.
You're talking about the Oakland side.
Yo, the guys in Oakland are so rude, it makes me seem like stuck up around them. We was at we was at the Devin Haney fight. Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz.
Yeah.
Recently fought. He's from the Bay. I didn't know that. 2 rows of black dudes, I was gonna say niggas, like from the Bay. Just going, yeah, fool, hey, nigga. Like bumping into me. Yo, my man. Hey, man, fuck that shit, man. Yeah. Yo, fam, come on, man. Like, after like 3 rounds, I'm like, yo, these dudes are fucking rude, man. Like, I'm not enjoying myself. These guys are, every girl, back that hoe, look at this hoe, bitch. I was like, damn, they really act like this all the time?
Look at Marshawn Lynch.
It was 30 Marshawn Lynches next to me.
As soon as you're talking to me, I was like, that's what Marshawn Lynch.
They was jumping up, and then one guy got in an argument, and all of them jumped up, and I said, come on, man, all of y'all not gonna fight the guy. Like, why y'all all gotta get, y'all not gonna all fight this guy? Why is it? They just, guys from the Bay are rude. I know it makes me seem like a sucker to even say that, but they're fucking rude.
But you're talking about Oakland Bay.
Oakland.
There's different parts of it. Well, I got flack because during the pandemic, a guy came up and threatened me in the Bay. I was at this Antioch Mall, and this dude came up on a bike. It was a little bike. And I was just leaving the gym. My guy had a private gym, so I don't want people to be like I was working out at a public gym in the Bay. It was private, one-on-one.
Right.
So I'm walking to my car in the parking lot, and I could see him. He's on a little bike, and did like a right-hand turn, and he started to come towards me. And literally, he was going to come at me. I'm telling you, Tony, he was going to do something.
Wait, was this based on the divorce? Or
No, this is during the pandemic. It was like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
Literally, he was coming for me, basically. And he just went, he said something like, oh, shit, I know who you is. All right, then. Some shit like that. And I go, what the fuck was that? No, I'm sorry. He came to me first. He goes, yeah, you see I'm black, you white. And then he made some comment like, motherfucker, you see me or something like that. Right. And I just kind of smiled. He literally went from, Oh, man, I know who you is. That motherfucker from TV. Right? It's like,
But
yo.
just so you know, the all right then, for the people watching, the all right then was like, I was gonna do something,
Yeah.
but now it's cool. All right then.
All right,
I was
yeah.
gonna shoot you. All right then.
Dude, stomach drop. There's been like 2-3 times in my life where my stomach dropped. Like, oh my God, is this the time I find out how I'm gonna act if a gun is pulled?
Really?
Because we always say that shit. You know, funny how when people get guns pulled on, we all act like we know how we will react.
Right.
Until it happens.
Yeah.
Never had a gun pulled on me. But the 2-3 times I thought it was gonna happen, I think I'm the guy that freezes.
Look, that's what our lives go this way. I've had so many guns pulled on me. Now it's just like, oh fuck, this motherfucker got a gun on me.
Nah, not me. I must be in the right
I had a gun pulled on me in junior. The first time I ever had a gun in my face was junior high school.
A guy in junior high pulls a gun out?
No, an older guy came to my I was dating a girl in junior high school. She was very, I did very good in junior high school. And she was like the fine chick in the school, but she was kind of fast. She was faster than me. And my mother didn't like me talking to her. My mother was like, that girl's too fast. I don't like her. She's too street. I don't like her for you. But she was gorgeous, and I was in love with her. And you can't tell your son anything when their heart's
Especially
involved.
in 8th grade.
Right. This was like 7th grade. And another girl that lived in her neighborhood, the girl I was dating who lived in her neighborhood, told this guy, like, hey, she's talking to this guy at my school. And I come out of school one day for lunch. We get out for lunch, and I'm walking to the pizza shop, and 2 dudes, like, now, keep in mind, I'm 13, and at the time, I was like this, and I was short. I didn't have my growth spurt till like 10th grade.
You're fat as fuck now.
I didn't have my height. I didn't get height until 10th grade. So I come out of school, and 2 dudes, they might have been 17, but they were old to me.
That's a big jump, 13 to 17.
Yeah, so he's like, hey, shorty, come here, man. And like, I didn't run. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna run. I'm gonna look weird if I run. So I just stopped and turned around. And he comes over like, yo, your name's Tony? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you dating so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah. That's your girlfriend? I said, yeah. And he turns to the other guy like, yeah, it's him. And that guy comes over and pulls a gun out, puts it in my face like, yo, that's your girl? And I'm still like so stupid. I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, that's my girl. He's like, I don't want to hear about you talking to my girl no more. They told me you talking to her. I don't want to hear you talk. Don't say nothing to her no more. I came up here to beat your ass, but you too small for me to fight. And he put the gun away and walked away. Now, what he didn't know, my brother, my oldest brother, is a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Bodies. So I run home, and my brother's just in the house watching TV, smoking a joint. Like, what's up? I'm like, this dude just pulled a gun on me. He was like, where? I'm like, in front of the school. Let's go. And he just fucking goes to the room and just Rambo shit. Gets my father's car and drives back up to the school. And he's like, listen, when you get out, walk up to the guy, just point at him and walk away. Don't say anything to him. Just make sure you acknowledge to me that's the guy and walk away. I said, okay, bet. I get up there. And I'm like a little excited because my big bro's coming to defend me. I didn't know he's coming to kill a guy, but I walk up and I'm looking around for the guy. He's not there. I walk back to the car. I'm like, I don't see him. He's like, okay, when you come out of school at the end of the day, same thing. Just stand there. If you see him, point at him and walk away. And I come outside. My brother's just sitting in the car. And he's like, don't acknowledge me. Just keep walking. I'm looking for the guy. I don't see him. And he's like, get in the car. We get back in the car, go home. And he's like, if you ever see him again, just let me know. I'll come up there and take care of him. And that was like 13, first gun in my face. And then like 2 years later, I'm at a party, dancing with some girl. Hey, get the fuck away from my girl. Then I'm in high school, graduation. Hey, motherfucker. So now a gun's just like, oh, damn it. Here we go again.
Jesus Christ, Tony.
Shout out to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Yeah, you got some PTSD.
The real Bed. Oh yes. I definitely have PTSD. I absolutely have PTSD.
Did you smash?
No, I was junior high school. I had probably tongue kissed and maybe finger fucked, but
man.
Yeah, I didn't get no. I wasn't
almost died and didn't even smash.
No.
Here's a good thing about that story.
Here's a good thing about that story.
I'm sure that 17-year-old is just a great servant to society right now. I'm sure he's just an asset.
No, you want to hear something great about that story? Years later, I'm talking about years later, I'm on Wendy Williams when she had the radio show in New York.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and I tell her the story, and the girl calls the radio station.
No way.
And she's like, I just want to say, congratulations on all your success.
Give you the pussy now.
Tell your moms I said hi. Your family was always so nice to me. And then Wendy's like, so what are you up to now? Like, you guys want to hang out? And then she goes, no, I have kids. And
no.
She's like,
hold on. The girl that was fucking like in your eyes got kids.
She's like, I have children, and Tony's moved on with his life. And I'm like, yeah, I have.
She called in.
She called the radio station. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I wish you knew the guy's name.
I know his nickname, but it was...
Because I do this sometimes, like, when my brother got put in jail, I would start going to Ohio inmates, and because they'd update the mugshot.
Right.
And that's really the only way you can kind of see what they look like.
Right.
So
or visit them.
We're not like that.
The only way I can keep in touch is to go online.
No,
or just visit him.
Not that kind of relationship.
Okay, all right.
No, he deserved to be locked up.
Okay.
But that's how I would keep up with him. So that's how I got like, oh, you can look people's names up. And I don't know how it is in other states. I've only done Ohio.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I started watching the first 48, and I would go now, and I'd be like, let me see if I can look this dude up now and see what he looks like now. It's weird. Like, you watch first 48, and you see a young guy like 18 get locked up.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years ago. And then you see him in prison. He got a full beard. I go, ooh, he's in the system.
He's acclimated. Yeah.
He's in the system now. But I never knew that until my brother got locked up. Like, you can go different. Anytime I see like a big thing in the paper or something, I'll just go. I don't know. I'm curious like that.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, man.
Is it?
Like my brother got locked up several times, and I never want to step foot in the jail. I never ever want to step foot in the jail. That's not something I'm just looking for. When I got a DUI in LA one time, I had to spend the night in jail. But other than that, I'm not stepping foot in jail to see any.
You know, I was a prison guard in the Navy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like I went to brig school. They called it the brig. But we were in Anniston, Alabama, so I went to school for like 6 weeks, and then I would have to take the guys that back then, if he was on the ship, we had the little jail on the ship in case we were underway and somebody got locked up. But a lot of guys would get they have a choice. It'd be like 30 days restriction, which means you can't leave the ship for 30 days. And we'd be in port. That means you can't go out or nothing. You just got to stay on the ship. Or 3 days bread and water. So a lot of guys would take the 3 days bread and water.
3 days bread and water in the jail?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd definitely take that.
So, but we couldn't do it on the ship. If we were in port, we had to take them to the brig. It was in Miramar, California, like 30 miles north of San Diego. So we take them to the brig. This is what they don't tell you when you become that. So you drive them there. They're in the van. They're handcuffed. I'm driving the van. And on the way there, they're cool. The 3 days on the way there before, they're just talking. Yeah, I'll be out 3 days. I'll bullshit with them a little bit. Then you get there, and they have to strip naked. They got to get down, spread their butt cheeks apart, and cough.
That's why I'm not visiting. I'm not visiting anybody.
Lift their ball sack up, and I have to witness this because I'm with the prison guards. I was the transport. When I tell you, when I go to pick them up 3 days later, and they got to do it again before they leave, and then they get in the van, nobody ever spoke a fucking word. Nobody said a word on the drive. It was literally like I violated them. They're just sitting there like,
let's just have silence while we reflect on the last 3 days.
But it was everyone that did it got the 3 days bread and water. When they came back, I had to process them out and everything. But once they was able to leave the ship, all of them did the same thing. They ran that goddamn was it Burger King or McDonald's on the base? McDonald's. Boom. It was like verbatim. I just watched.
So 3 days bread and water means you literally get bread and water for 3 days.
3 times a day. You get breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Bread and water.
Literally, they put a loaf of bread, boom, and you get like 15 minutes to eat. So however much bread you can eat in 15 minutes. And then the water's always there. The water, they get the water out of the sink.
Yeah.
And then they have a Bible. It's a bed. There's was it bars or was it just glass? I can't remember, but it was a bed, a Bible, and the sink and a toilet.
Wow.
And
you know what's interesting? Like, that story's interesting on very many levels, but it's always interesting to hear a comic's story.
Yeah.
Like I was a prison guard in the Navy. Like, get the fuck, what? Like, Earthquake was in the Navy. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
Sinbad was in the Air Force.
Donnell Rollins was in the service.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's like how people get to comedy. Everybody's story is just like, what, really?
You were finger banging a girl in junior high and getting guns pulled on you.
At 13, I said, I'm going to tell jokes.
Yeah. I'm going to follow my brother's footsteps.
Man.
You got 2 brothers. The killer or the comedian?
No, I got a lot of brothers. I got 7 brothers.
There's too many of
you.
rocks.
I got 7 brothers.
Yeah, it is funny to think about how every comic, like how they got into the business.
My last job. What was your last job before you?
Navy.
That was it. And then,
well, I was active duty when I got on BET. I was stationed in San Diego. I took a week's leave and drove up. And they used to film Comic View in a week.
Yeah.
I took a week's leave and filmed. Drove back down to San Diego. No lie, Tony. I am on Comic View and waving cars on the base at the same time. And every now and then a brother would pull up and be like, motherfucker, what you want to me this side? Yeah, keep it going, player. Have a good day. But I knew I was getting out. I was on the way out.
Right.
I just happened to oh my God, I got this opportunity. And then we go up. Because When did you come to LA and start hitting the stages?
I didn't come to LA. See, I was in New York. I'm a New York comic.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was. I'm a New York comic. I started in New York and worked for years. Got in every club in New York. I did Montreal Comedy Festival.
What year?
2001.
Yeah, just you're a couple years behind.
Yeah, and then once you do Montreal, that's game changer.
Yeah,
so
back
then I got invited to California. I was always told you don't go to LA until you're invited. You don't just pop up one day and go, hey, I'm gonna quit my job and move to LA. Because now you out here in a new place and nobody knows you. So there's no meetings, there's no, hey, let's do a general, because nobody knows you're here.
Yeah.
So I did Montreal, then got invited out. And when I came out, I was already pretty much passed at the clubs because they knew that I had worked in New York and they knew my name from Montreal.
Yeah.
So about 2003, I came out and started working.
Yes, that was you was a few years behind me when I did Comic View, and because I would just drive up from San Diego.
Right.
And that's how I got my name out here in LA a little bit, because I would do all the black rooms, because I couldn't get up at the mainstream rooms. You know, I took a day off one time, and Tuesday was the open mic at the Comedy Store where you stay in line for 4 hours. Right. And I did it a couple times, and just didn't get my name drawn, and it finally got drawn, and not to knock Mitzi Shore, but she didn't watch my set.
Right.
5 of us got on that night, and it was 4 girls and me, and I was 5th out of 5th.
She was gone.
She was holding court with the 4 girls.
Oh, wow.
She was talking to them while I was on stage, and I got off, and I go, she didn't watch me. So the next day I called, and I said, did I make it? And they go, no. I said, is there a reason? He's like, no. And then the 4 girls made it. I was like,
oh,
this.
wow.
I was looking like this.
Yeah, see, when I came out, I had people from New York call, like, hey, he's coming out. Can we get him a spot Monday or Tuesday? So I literally got in the Store, the Improv, and the Laugh Factory. I got in all 3 clubs in 3 days.
You did the run?
Yeah, my open mic, my audition for, I got in on Sunday night. I think my audition at the Improv was that Sunday night, I think. No, the Comedy Store was that Sunday night. The Improv was Monday, and Laugh Factory was Tuesday. So I got in all 3 in 3 days.
That was the mainstream nights?
Mainstream nights, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I did, Improv was Monday night. But this was when Lester Barry was hosting.
Man,
yeah, he shit on me for no reason. Like,
why?
to this day, Lester Barry and I will never be friends, ever, never,
why did he
ever.
shit on you?
I don't know why. I had never stepped foot in the building. I walk in the Improv, and I'm like, hey, who's the host? And they're like, Lester Barry. And I walk over, and here's the crazy thing is, when I got to LA, every comic I met, I had seen on something. Yeah. Everybody. I was like, oh shit, that's the guy from. So I thought everybody was like, on another fucking level from me. Yeah. I was like, these guys I've seen on TV. And I saw Lester Barry, like, oh shit, I saw you on Jamie Foxx or something like that. He was like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, you got the list. I'm Tony Rock. I'm on the show tonight. And he's like, I'm like, when do I go up? And he looks at the list. He goes, you ain't next. Oh, okay. I walk away like, this guy's a dick. Now, keep in mind, I'm still 20 seconds out of Brooklyn. I'm still on my Brooklyn shit. So I'm like, okay, this guy's a dick. Let me just walk away from him. And then I chill for a little bit. He brings a few comics up. Then he comes up and says, you next, man. What you want me to say? You Chris Rock's brother? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? That might be some bitter shit. I'm like, I should just punch this motherfucker in the face right now and just leave.
What was the other brother's name?
I'm still on Brooklyn shit, you know what I'm saying? But I go, fuck it. I go, hey, man, if you don't know what to say about me, just say the same intro you said for the last guy. Just say the same thing for the last guy. Yeah. And he goes up on stage and goes, this next, like he does a set, like, you gotta keep it going? This next dude, I don't know if he's funny. I never seen him before, but he Chris Rock brother, so I guess. And I'm literally like walking on stage like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
That's crazy.
And I lean into that set. I lean into that shit. And when I come off there, like, yo, you passed. Here's the number to call for Lavell's. And then he comes over like, hey, I got a room on Thursdays. I do. And I just turned my back and walked away. And I was like, I really want to fuck this dude up bad.
You've never talked to him since?
I know we spoke, but we not. But it's like, hey, what's up? Oh yeah, all right. And then he was invited me to the room. I didn't show. I didn't take his number. And then he started working the factory, and I would see him all the time. Like, that's that dude, man. I should get him. I should really. And then shit started going good for me. I'm like, all right, let me. Leave that bullshit behind. I don't want to be like this.
Okay, let me ask you this.
The street guy.
Have you ever, looking back on your career hosting and stuff like that, or doing shows, and somebody like a young guy comes up, you ever like accidentally shit on somebody, trying to be funny? Because it's easy to get the laughs. Not easy, but trying to get a laugh and like somebody could have taken it wrong?
No.
I did.
Only, you know why? Because it's different for me. I just remember all the years before when I was wanting to be on stage and like, doing the bringer shows and the open mics and all that stuff. I remember the times that people would push me out the way to get to my brother. Like literally, like if I'm in this chair right here, they would like slide through here to get to my brother and I like not even say hello or hi. So I always remember that. I was always like, when I get on, I'm never gonna be that dick to people. I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah. I did it by accident to
Who?
Cat Williams.
Really?
Of all people.
Really?
Of all people. Well, what it was funny because you made me think of it because of Monday nights at the Improv.
Right.
So when I first got to LA, it was Speedy was hosting Monday nights.
James Guy. Yeah, James Guy. Yeah.
And then Zoo Miller took it over. He took it over from Speedy.
Zoo Miller.
He lives in Atlanta now. Corey Zooman Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Miller.
Okay, yeah.
And then they were starting to rotate it, right? Well, they called and said, you want to host for a month? It was every Monday for a month. I said, yeah. So the first 2 weeks I went up, I noticed that by the time I go up, they're still coming in. You're hosted.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I bring the first comic up, they're kind of settling. By the second, third, they're in the pocket.
Right.
You know? Where I fucked up, Cat was first on the lineup, right?
But it wasn't today's Cat in your defense, right?
No, but where I fucked up is I'm going off the 2 weeks before. So before I bring Cat up, I said, look, before I bring your first comic, this is gonna be like the Super Bowl. Super Bowl had just aired the night before on Sunday,
right.
And it was the Titans one, Rams and Titans.
Oh, 1 yard short.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Super Bowl ended amazing, but it started off so slow. People forget that first half sucked. And I go, look, the show's gonna be just like the Super Bowl last night.
It's gonna be
start off
slow.
a little slow. We're gonna build, and by the end, it's gonna be crazy, right? Cat's first. So Cat, literally, I don't realize what I just did. I basically shit on him.
This motherfucker thinks I'm slow.
Let me tell you. He went like this.
Did this motherfucker just say I'm slow? This show's gonna start slow?
I was like this. Oh, and I'm on the side going, oh, fuck. That's not how I wanted that to come out.
Right.
So then, Cat, when I tell you, I think he did the same set he did on the BET Comedy Awards, verbatim. That fire, how can you fuck up your self-esteem? Bitch, it's called self.
Yeah.
And then something else.
Yourself, yeah.
And he had that Biggie joke where he acted like he was pushing the car and it broke down. And when that Biggie song came on, it was like an automatic standing up.
Oh, he did that on Comic View. Yeah, he jumps out and pushes the car. Yeah.
You know, the little hat and everything.
Yes.
So he did that. You know, room's on fire. And he goes, I'll never forget, Cat went, he said, I'm Cat Williams. How's that for the Super Bowl?
Damn.
Like this. I just walked on stage and go, wow, he took that the wrong way. I did not mean it like that. I got super white. I go, that guy took that the complete wrong way. What I was trying to say. And then I talked to him afterwards. I go, dude, my fault.
Yeah.
Came out wrong completely. I said,
you know what's funny?
It.
I saw that bit that he did, that pushing the car bit on Comic View.
Uh-huh. But he didn't play Biggie.
And when I came to, well, they didn't play Biggie on Comic View. They had a generic, bass line. But when I came to LA, my management in LA, Cat and I had the same manager. So when I met him, my manager in New York was Richie Tinkin, who owned the comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
He had partnered with a guy in LA because Richie didn't want to have to travel around with me so much. He had 2 young children. So he's like, hey, Mark will handle LA, I'll handle New York. If we ever need to come together for something, big, we'll do that. But when you're in LA, just, call Mark instead of waking me up, basically. So I get up with Mark, and he's like, hey, you're going to meet my other client. His name is Cat. His name is Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. We go to the office, and I walk in, and Cat's there. And now I'm still just off the corner. I'm off the corner. So I go, oh, shit, that's the guy from Comic View. And he's like, yeah. And I realized, I was being too fanny. It was just a TV set. At the time, it was monumental to me. And then me and Cat got real cool. I still consider him one of my homies. Said, he's a big homie.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
It's funny because he'll go off on social media, or anything he says will go viral.
Right.
But I think between
a lot of shit he says on social media that goes viral, 100% accurate.
But I was just gonna say, I became cool with Faison, real cool over last year, and what I said to
100% of the shit he says.
What I said to Faison, I would say to
crazy.
Cat. No, but I would say don't ask somebody their opinion if you don't want to hear it, and then judge him of it.
Right.
But Faison's really telling you what he thinks. You can take it anyway you want to take it. But if you ask him a question,
yes,
he's not giving you the politically correct. You'll be like, nah, that guy
I
sucks.
agree to that. I agree.
Guy. But that's his opinion.
But some of it is dude, where is this opinion coming from? White people made Dave Chappelle famous. Dude, where's this coming from?
But that's his opinion.
But what's that based on?
I think he's basing it off of
And then he said Charlie Murphy wrote all of Chappelle's show. Dude, where are you getting these
I take it
from?
back. Faison's an asshole.
Like, will you?
I'm
And
kidding. I'm kidding.
Look, he the homie. He the homie. I don't want to fight him in the airport. He's the homie.
Yeah.
But
Columbus
some of
Airport.
this shit is just like, yo, dude, where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
But he my man. He makes me laugh uncontrollably,
We just
hysterically
did a
every
film
time I see him.
together. Oh my God, we just did a film together, and you know, comedians, we're kind of. I think we're hard to break
Absolutely.
on film.
Absolutely.
Because we've seen it all, dude. He doesn't have to say anything. He just makes a face. I'm going. Why do I fucking laugh? Some people just make you laugh, and you don't know why. I'm like this. Kev's like that. It's not what Kev says. It's sometimes his mannerisms. I just be like, why is that so fucking funny?
Faison definitely. He'll say some shit and be serious, and I'm crying laughing.
Yeah. Oh,
He'll just simple. He'll just be like, "Oh man, I got to get the fuck out of here." And I'm just, I don't know what it is. He just one of the keys to comedy I was told a long time ago is a motherfucker that looks funny, and he just looks funny.
Yeah.
He
Oh
just
my
looks
God.
funny.
He cracks me up. The shit. I mean, some people. But yeah, you're right. Like, Kat, a lot of the shit you amongst those comics.
When he talked about cancel culture, I was like, dude, that's so dead on 100% accurate.
What? And even when he went in on, I wouldn't say went in, when he talked about Tiffany Haddish that time.
No, what did he say?
He went on the radio and he said people are anointing her like she's the next queen, comedy queen, and he was saying, but you've passed over. He was talking about the female Melanie Camacho and Lunel and shit like that, and he said you can't tell me one Tiffany joke.
But that's what they do. That's how the business is structured.
But
you and I know that.
But I took it like this. I go, he's not lying. I don't think he's attacking Tiffany. He's attacking the machine.
The system, yeah. Right.
Yeah, because I go, if you think about it, and Grant Tiffany's had a couple specials since then. But before that, you knew her from Girls Trip. But you didn't know her from stand-up, so to speak.
Right.
Whereas like your brother, for instance, you know, you knew him kind of from stats where stand-up blew him up, and then the movies kind of came out. Tiffany did the opposite.
You know what? That's why I like being on this tour with you guys. Like, one of the main reasons why I sign up every year when they say, hey, we're doing it again, is because every city we've gone to, show's over, I'm in the lobby, I'm taking pictures with people, and I'm like showing the face, and people are like, yo, we knew you from TV. We didn't know you did stand-up. And I'm like, that's why I'm here, because I've been doing stand-up 20 years before I started getting on TV. I'm a comic first and foremost. I'm not an actor comic. I'm comic actor.
But how I know that, and comedians
but
know
that's
that.
why because I'm like, I want to play in front of your fans. I want to play in front of Samoa's fans. I want to play in front of Mike's fans. I want people, Quake's fans, to go, oh, this motherfucker's the truth. Like, he's for real, because they know me from TV.
But do you have? Not that shouldn't have been a but. How many hour specials do you have?
I do not have one. I did a half hour years ago.
I didn't want to disrespect you.
No disrespect.
But why don't you have a special out? Because you're funny. I'm on the road with you for years.
I don't have a special. Most High Willing, the specials coming in 2022. I did the half hour with Comedy Central. Some of the producers from Comedy Central were like, we got to get this guy this hour. They, ran around with me. We took all the meetings. They came to see me at the factory. They came to see me. I was like, let's do it. The deal never materialized. I don't know why. I just kept working. My thing is always, good things have always happened for me from staying on stage.
Yeah.
So when a deal falls apart, TV or, stand-up wise, I go right back to work. I just, bury myself in work, hope that the next opportunity will present itself. But I always stay working. I'm always working because good things have always happened for me just staying on stage.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Maybe I didn't have the right management. Maybe the agency wasn't behind me wholeheartedly. There's so many variables. I can't say, you can't blame other people for anything that goes on in your career. So I don't want to sound like that type of guy that's like, oh, it's because this or that. But I've always been working. I've been working since I stepped foot in Los Angeles. I've never been broke since the Montreal Comedy Festival. And
you always pop up on these weird ass shows. Like, I know Tony was on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then what else I do? Every once in a while, people don't notice. I'll pitch a show and that shit will get picked up. And I'll just be in the corner somewhere that it's on. Like, I did the Tony Rock project, short-lived, but it came and went.
Yeah.
I did the Funny Spot, a show on TV1 that got picked up like that. We shot like maybe 15, 16 episodes.
I remember the Funny Spot.
Yeah, it was like, okay, I'm gonna stay around, man. I'm gonna always be here. I'm just gonna be in. Sometimes I'll be in the front of the camera. Sometimes I'll be behind it.
No, okay, no, that was D-Ray's show, that game show we did together. We were
that
just
was
panelists together.
Hip Hop Squares.
No, not Hip Hop Squares. It was something before that. It was me, you, and somebody else. D-Ray hosted it though. I think it was for the Game Show Network.
Oh yeah. What was that show?
Mind of a Man.
Yes.
I just remember
It was
the audience and then them and the people they picked. Every time they went to the final round where they get to pick one of us comics, everybody picked you. And I was going,
hey, man, I do good, man.
All I'm saying, there was one episode where I got all the questions right. And I looked at her, I said, you stupid motherfucker. I don't want to say bitch, but I said, you stupid bitch. And that's why she didn't win. I was in the side like this. Yeah, that's why you just didn't get the big bonus prize.
Mind of a Man, yeah.
Literally, I looked at this girl like this. I got every fucking question right. And you still picked Tony.
Hey, man. Hey, I got a believable face.
Yeah. Let me ask you, have you pitched to Netflix a special? That
No.
seems to be like that's the one right now.
This is my goal. See, maybe my scope is too broad. What I want from Netflix is this. I want a 3 special deal. I want to do my special. I want to executive produce Jordan's, and then I want to do a third one like a, up and coming. These are some guys that are heavy hitters that you don't know yet, but they're gonna be big. I want to bring, something like that. But just a show. I don't have to do the Q&A and all that stuff afterwards. I'm just gonna come out like, listen, I'm telling you, these motherfuckers are gonna be in the next 5 years the guys you're talking about, and just bring like 3 or 4 comics out and just let them do their thing and let it be what it is. I love just the art form itself. I just want to keep it in its purest forms. I don't even do the Q&A and where I met you and all that. Yeah, man, just come out, show the world why I said what I said.
I always thought it dope, and I could be shooting myself in the foot. First, like you said, bringing these up-and-comers and stuff. I always thought a dope comedian show would be called The Openers, and have all the guys, not all, but like
that open for a big name.
Open for the big names,
yeah.
And just give them their shine. Like, look, he's been in front of 20. This guy opened for Joe Coy. This guy opened for Sebastian. This guy opened for Chris Rock.
You should pitch that. That's a good ass idea.
I mean? The Openers, because sometimes I'll be on the side stage going, that guy's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah. How many times you've seen that? Like, show's over and somebody goes to the opener. Yo, man, you should have fucking headlined. Like,
yeah, but you're also going like this. Yeah, the crowd wasn't tired either.
But no, look, if you're doing an hour and the opener's doing 20, it's like, dude, you supposed to kill in 20.
Dude, you're supposed to destroy.
If I could take my hour and just do 20, I would fucking. That's why. Another reason why I like being on the tour with you guys. Brian Alden dates. So I go improv. I'm doing an hour, and then I do a weekend at the Improv Thursday through Saturday, right? Hour. Then the next weekend, I'm with you guys, 20.
Okay, we have to explain. Me and Tony are on tour together.
Yes.
We've been on tour together off and on for probably the last 6-7 years.
Yes.
So usually we're with Mike Epps. But it's a kind of similar rotation. It's either Epps, some more,
right.
Earthquake, me, you,
Lavell.
Lavell.
Arnez is on a few.
Arnez comes
Tommy's on this weekend.
Now, Tommy Davidson. Now they're bringing DC Young Fly in.
Yeah.
Jay Pharoah.
Jay Farrell's okay. Mark Curry's on a few, right?
Yeah. Well, I think Mark's with Cat right now.
Okay. So basically, the guy that puts this tour together just takes interchangeable comics and just throws it on the board and says, "These 5 go this week, this 5."
Yeah, it literally is like that. He takes 10 people.
Yeah.
Gives you like 4 months. You commit to him for 4 months, and you mix and match all weekend where you're going to be. That's what he's talking about when we're talking about you do an hour, but on these ensemble shows, where it's basically 5 headliners.
Yeah.
You're doing 20 minutes.
You're doing 20 minutes.
Even when you're headlining and they're tired, you're not super nervous because I ain't got to be there for an hour. Dude,
I really did not like when we were in Atlanta 2 years ago and nobody wanted to close the show. And they came and said, "Hey, Tony, can you close?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll close." But they had already sat through some more, Quake, like a monstrous Quake.
Monsters.
I think Lavell was on that one.
Yeah.
Bruce might have even been on that one too.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I know when we're on the road with Epps, I give him all the respect in the world because Epps doesn't come to you and say, "Don't say this."
Right.
Don't do this.
I always, and I'm glad you brought that up because every podcast, every interview, I always say, shout out to Mike Epps because Mike can pick any comics he wants to go out on the road with him. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, for the last couple of years, he said, "Let me get that motherfucking Tony Rock." So shout out to Mike because he don't have to do that shit.
Yeah. And it's also like when I got guys on the road with me and you got guys that hit you up in the DMs and stuff and be like, "Dude, I'm ripping right now. Destroy motherfucking stadium."
I got a story.
I got to open up like this. Why would I want you?
I got a story.
Like, Tony, why do I want to work that hard?
Yo, I'm in Denver, Colorado. This is like, 3 years ago. I do the show. I'm in a club that night. Dude walk, "Yo, Tony Rock, yo, I'm the coldest motherfucker in Denver."
Denver?
I'm the cold. Nobody want to follow me. I'm telling you, I kill. I'm the coldest. So I'm like, why you in Denver? Yeah, I'm about to leave. I'm trying to decide on New York or L.A., but I'm telling you, nobody could fuck with me in Denver. And I'm like, word? All right. So come by Sunday, do a show. We'll close out Sunday. It's a Saturday night. Come out tomorrow. We'll close the shop. We got one show Sunday night. Come through. You serious, man? Yo, don't lie to me because people be saying that all the time. Bro, come by and do a set.
Let me ask you before you get to the punchline. Did you let him hang out in the green room before?
No.
See, I couldn't handle it.
No.
You talking right like him?
Yeah.
I tell my guys, don't let that motherfucker.
Yeah, so he gets there and they're like, yo, the dude's here from last night. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Comes in, all right, bro, stick to your time. Don't go over the light. If you go over the light, I will walk out on stage and get you up. I will walk on stage and get you up, bro. All right, no, I got you, bro. Dude goes on, and I'm talking about, we've seen people have a bad set. We know the difference between a bad set and bombing. This motherfucker crashed the plane from hello. Silence in the room. I heard black women like, oh, You hear the plates and the clink, clink. I'm like, oh, this dude gets off stage, walks out the club, doesn't even come back to the green room. I never saw him again, right? I never saw this dude again. Last year, I'm in Denver. You know, Phil, that used to work at the Denver Improv, tall, light-skinned dude. Used to
Yeah.
That's my man. That's my dog. That's my dog right there. So Phil comes to the green room. We in there chilling. And he goes, yo, remember the dude that did the set that night a couple years ago? I'm like, yeah, the dude that bombed and left. Yeah, I saw him in the club the other night. He was like, hey, man, I heard Tony's in town. Yeah, Tony, he's over at the Improv. He's at the bar. Dude is silent. It feels like, yeah, he's at the Improv. He feels like getting his drink, waiting for his drink order, not paying the guy any mind. The guy just sits there silently and goes, you think I bombed that night, man? And Phil, they in a nightclub, so Phil's like, hey, man, it was 3 years ago. Anybody think about that shit? He's like, ordering a drink. The guy sits there. I mean, I didn't kill, but it wasn't a bomb, bro. Because people saying I bombed. I didn't bomb. Phil's like, man, I don't. All right, bro, you didn't bomb. A few minutes later, what Tony say? Phil's like, yo, I don't know, man. It was years ago. Tony ain't say shit about it. He didn't ask about you or nothing. I don't know. But he's telling me this in the green room. I'm like, yo, that motherfucker bombed. Fuck all that shit he was talking. He fucking bombed.
That dude.
I've never seen him since.
That dude hates when you come to town. I'm telling you, he can't get over it. He can't. I bet you when you see his schedule, he's like this.
Look, it was so bad, it was funny. That's how, it was so bad, it was like I'm crying laughing because it's that bad. And I hate to see it. Listen, I hate to see a comic do bad. I'm not trying to, kick a man while he's down. But he sold it so... He Don King that shit. He sold it.
To young comics out there, best way to get on is to be low-key and quiet. This is how you almost guaranteed to get on. Tony, man, I'm a big fan, man. Yeah, I'm a local comic. Yeah, just trying to get really downplay yourself.
Yeah.
Just trying to get my name out there, man. I love the improv. So, I mean, I know you probably got your guys, but I mean, if I can get 5 minutes, man, that'd be unreal for me. Like hype the headliner up.
You know what? You know who I give guest sets to a lot, and I don't want to. Damn, I'm gonna regret saying this, but a lot of times it's the comics that work at the club. Like the sound guy is a comic. Or
they come to me
and they're like, "Hey man, I love watching you, man. I've been doing stand up for a couple of years." I'm like, "Oh word? When you getting up? Like you work it here? You work the club? No, sometimes. All right, well you know what? Tomorrow, come and do a set.
Mm-hmm.
They're already there. They ready to go. It's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah,
but not all the time. So don't start just coming out.
You're gonna have every
city,
dishwasher.
every fucking door guy but a sheet of paper. I'm ready. Nah.
What club? You've been doing this. 20 years headlining now. Is there any club that you remember you're just like, God, the management and staff here just fucking suck? Or one or the other? And granted, you can name the city now because I guarantee you whoever it was isn't there no more. Unless it just happened.
Damn. There's a club in the tri-state area.
New York.
In the tri-state area.
Okay.
That the management from top to bottom just... You got to go find somebody to place a food order. You got to go find somebody to get a drink. You got to go to the sound guy. Like, hey, man, what happened? You didn't play a song when that guy went up. What happened? And it's like that a lot. Like, I've been there quite a few times, and every time it's just like, when we going in, we know, like, this is the one. Remember this one? Like, yeah, we remember. We already know it's going to be a shit show.
It's like I mean I can name it. I can name a club off, I guess.
Go.
Chuckles in Memphis.
No, I've never been.
So we always say ahead of time.
No, let me say something. Sorry to cut you off. Donnell Rollins and I, that's my dog. Shout out Donnell Rollins. We call each other on certain clubs. First time you going, hey man, it's my first offer from, whatever. Yo, son, don't do that shit, son. Yo, son, stay the fuck out of there, son. Bet. Call my agent. Nah, I can't do it, bro.
They said
Chuckles
about
sent the offer. I called Donnell. Yo, Chuckles in Memphis. Is it Memphis?
There's one in Jackson, Mississippi, and there's one in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, Chuckles in Jackson, Mississippi. What do you think?
Same owners.
Yo, son, my word to God, son, don't do that shit.
Yeah, I only did Jackson during the pandemic, right in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So at that point, I want to get on stage. So
Oh, you just wanted to work. Yeah, okay.
there was no crowds. Like they could
listen, I'm gonna do it at some point just because I want the experience,
When I
and it's gonna be. It'll give me more material, but
there's more people in this room right now.
really,
That
but it
was
was during the
like this.
pandemic.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Like it was like we were first one out like May. Pandemic hit
Oh,
March.
shit, you went out.
Does he want to go? I was like, don't want to work.
Damn.
I'll risk it.
No, I didn't go off from like March to like January.
I was one of the first ones to go out. And then what? It's just funny. I just did it like last month, Memphis, and literally I called my manager. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna get there right before the show starts because I don't think they're gonna have anything in my green room that I want in the rider." And she goes, "Good, yeah, it's probably smart." I got to my green room. There was nothing.
Oh, that's like
There was no water.
Yo, that's like Atlanta. Have you done what's the not in Atlanta, one out in Norcross? What is it called?
Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Yo,
Gary Abdul.
I get there one year and motherfuckers are in my green room drinking and eating my shit. I get it, and the guys that were in the green room eating my shit and drinking my shit weren't on the show.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's a violence.
So I get in and it's like, yo, it's just random dudes. Like, I might have known a few from just, the Atlanta scene, but it's like, what up, Rock? Like, yo, hold up, y'all.
When you start drinking Belvy.
Yo, like, just in there. Damn, man, that shit made me mad, bro. Now I know how you felt.
I like Gary Abdul. We talk on the phone now. We've gotten like pretty good friends over the last couple of years.
Yeah, okay. I'm supposed to be back in May, I think. You like that club?
The crowds are great. You know what I mean? And Gary tries to get it. But here's the thing. We're so used to doing the improvs.
Right.
And now the funny bones are A-list too.
Right. Some of them.
Some. They're getting there. But the level of service at some, you're just like this. It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So to go to the mom and pops ones where it's not corporate. So, they're kind of like, they're calling their boy to go to the grocery store to get all the shit off your rider.
What is it? Good Nights.
Charlie Goodnights in Raleigh.
I like the room. I like the crowds.
Mhm.
Green room's trash.
Yeah.
Wait staff's very friendly, but it's like you said, it's a mom and pop.
Yeah, those mom and pops one.
Yeah.
I mean, so I kind of
Greensboro.
No.
The Comedy Zone, I
Never
think.
done that.
Greensboro.
Never done
Greensboro, North Carolina.
you haven't done that one.
Yo, the room rocks. I'm talking about the audience rocks. Stage is weird. You're not gonna know who the manager is and who's running the whole show until Sunday when you're getting paid.
It's the guy opening for you.
It's
and
just
shit?
no. It's just like people mulling around and you're like, who's the man? Like what are we doing? The
Yeah, I've never done the club.
It's a guy cooking in the kitchen. He'll stick his head in like, you guys ready to start the show? Like, all right, is he the guy? Like, what's going on here? And then the end of the week, literally, this is how I got paid. The end of the week is a guy at the bar like this watching the show. Show's over. People are coming by. I'm selling merch. They're taking pictures, and he's like this. And I'm at the bar getting a drink, and he goes, "Hey, great show, guys. You guys are great." And he just does this and starts sliding the checks over. And I'm like, "Wait, this was the guy the whole time? This was."
It's Roadhouse or Patrick
Yeah,
Swayze.
it was weird, man. But the audiences come out in droves. Every show's sold out. It's like that beats all of the negative. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you done the Baltimore Comedy Factory.
No, because every year the Baltimore Comedy Factory sends an offer, and then Magoobies sends a bigger offer. So those
Let me ask
they've been like this for every. We're gonna up it 2,000. We're gonna up it 3,000. We're gonna up it 2,000 more. We're gonna up it 3,000 more. So I'm like, all right, let them.
All right,
fight it out.
let me ask you this. You got the guarantee,
Yes.
right? And then do you go into a percentage?
Yes.
I ain't telling you not to leave Magoobies. Baltimore is one of my biggest checks every year.
Really.
They come out, dude.
Magoobies is a big ass check every year.
Okay. We'll talk off air.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm like this. Whoa.
Really?
Well, I do 2 weeks there now.
And I've never been. I've never stepped foot inside.
Well, I was gonna say it's funny. It's inside a Best Western.
Yeah, I heard it's like in the basement of a hotel.
Yeah. I've never went through the front, so I have no idea what the Best Western looks like. But I know what Best Westerns are. So not a Ritz-Carlton. Okay. So backstage, it's shitty. It's a shithole, right?
Right.
Staff's great. They really try. But you gotta go. You park in the back and you gotta walk through the kitchen. Right? When you walk through some of these comedy club kitchens, I'm like this. I will never eat food here.
Yeah. See,
Like the guy had like a lazy glass eye.
That's not gonna make me. I don't want to.
Fried shit and looks up. What's up, man? It's like this. Same shit as yesterday. Same clothes. Did you stay here?
Yeah, man.
I always make a joke about some of the comedy clubs. I go, hey, listen, everything's fried and they got one fryer. So whether you order fries, cheese sticks, or wings, they're all gonna taste the same.
Yeah.
You got cheese stick fry? You know what I mean?
They fry shrimp in the same grease they fry fish in.
Exactly. So I don't want to act like I'm shitting on a club that takes care of me, but and they know it. They know it. But they run it like an A-list room, but just the backstage is
I gotta
not
go see
A-list.
a show there once before I.
Crowds are fire.
Really?
And they come out, bro.
All right, well, maybe that's worth doing. I'm sure it's worth doing.
But get a
Guy does a lot. I know. I see guys social media. He's always there.
Just do a travel buyout so you can stay at a different hotel.
Oh no! Listen. Even if I don't have a travel buyout, sometimes they tell me the hotel. And I'm like, I'm not fucking staying there.
Yeah. What's the shittiest hotel you think you stayed at? And for a comedy club that booked you and like you ain't gotta say the city or anything. Well, we're already sharing everything else. I'm sure we're gonna get a call from Baltimore.
The shittiest hotel. Damn. I've been to some shitty hotels, bro.
But shitty hotels. It sucks when you're doing it, but they're the best stories when you get our age.
Because, you know why? Because it's the camaraderie with the other comic.
And it's struggle. It's a struggle.
And it's a struggle, right? And it's like that's when I used to do Kansas City when I did Stanford
and
and
Sons, the Holiday Inn Express.
No, I did Stanford and Son. That motherfucker got me for the low. This was when I first started going out on the road.
Yeah.
So he got me for a song and put me in the condo that a motherfucker was living in. It was a 2-bedroom condo. And there was a dude living there.
That was Craig.
So I pull up with my bag and the guy walks out like with a towel wrapped around. I'm like, what's up, bro? You comedian this weekend? And I'm like, what the fuck? I do the show. I get the food. I get the shitty fried food from the club. I take it back to the room, to the condo to eat and watch some TV. And this dude has his boys over. They're in the living room like, yeah. So then they fucking cracking beers over. Yeah, you want a beer, bro? I'm like, yo, I can't believe that I'm in this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
And I did a weekend like that.
You get
Like, look, I'm locking my door. I'm putting my suitcase at the door. Like, if the door opens, it'll knock my suitcase up. I'll wake up. A weekend like that.
I don't have.
And then he told me. And then he told me to the guy that was running the club took me to a K-State was playing that weekend.
Kansas State.
Yeah, took me to a.
That was a manager. He went to Kansas State.
Took me to a pep rally.
Yeah.
Gave me a jersey and was like, yeah, get up there and do some time. And I'm like, I'm not fucking doing time at a pep rally, bro. Yeah, just say K-State, are you ready? They'll go crazy. That's what we say. So I'm like, we got the local comedian. He's at the Stanford Sun this weekend. I go, K-State, are you ready? Yeah, do some time, bro. I'm like, no, that's all I'm doing, bro. I'm not doing that.
That guy, I remember that guy because I was there when Kansas State played Oklahoma, and Oklahoma was #1 in the country. And I don't think he counted the room. I don't think he cared. He watched that game at that downstairs bar the whole time.
Yeah.
And was in the best mood after. We went to drink because, you know, the club was
right
at the bottom.
Yeah.
Motherfucker popping bottles.
Dude.
Whatever you want, Gary. Whatever you want.
Listen, that was a shitty experience.
You want to go shit for shit?
What's the one in Florida?
Marco Island?
Yes. What's that one? Fish? Off the fish?
Captain Brian's Off the Hook?
Off the Hook.
That's gotten better. But you stayed at a condo?
No, I stayed in a hotel, a motel. You know, you open your front door and you outside. I stayed in one of those.
I didn't stay in one of those.
Yeah.
He had a condo.
I stayed in the hotel where you open the front door and you're outside. And I think I was on the first floor, so the foot traffic's going by. I'm like, it's definitely some kind of drug activity going on here.
Oh, wow.
Like, people just like, hey, man, what you doing?
You know what's crazy about Marco Island? It's gotten better, by the way. I just did it. I heard
it was like rich people.
It's all rich white. It's Cocoon,
Yeah.
the movie Cocoon. It's all rich
Oh,
white
is it really?
people. I did it. That was when I found out TMZ got a hold of my divorce.
Really?
I had Off the Hook on Marco Island in between shows. I got off. Good night. Getting ready to do merch. and my phone is like going nuts. And the guy who was doing my merch, we got the square that plugs into the phone.
Right.
Because, dude, I can't. Your phone's going nuts because everybody's calling, texting, calling.
Right.
I was, what the fuck? That's why I saw TMZ. I go, fuck.
Wait, did somebody leaked it or?
We'll
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It got accidentally leaked.
Mm.
But that's when it broke, Marco Island. But the first time I went, we was at a condo, right? And the first night, like this girl and her boyfriend were there, and they were from Cincinnati, and her dad was a surgeon. And she goes, yeah, we come down here in the winter, go to Cincinnati in the summer. I said, oh, for real? So we go to her dad's house, and me and my opener, and this motherfucker is like this crazy mansion on the water. You got this big sailboat in the back, big pool and everything. And I'm going, what the fuck? She goes, yeah. And her and her boyfriend was like, yeah, you guys want to go on the boat or come hang out? I'm like this. Fuck yeah. Exchange numbers. Don't hear from her. This is Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, don't hear from her. She calls Sunday night and going, oh my God, my aunt died. We left the next day to go to Ohio. And I go, holy shit, I thought you dogged us there. I'm sitting there cussing around. Fucking.
What's the club? Used to be in Davie. What was that? Davie, Florida?
Yeah, I never did that one.
Oh, man. It was a club in Davie. Me and Butch Bradley did it. This was years.
Butch Bradley?
This was years and years ago. And show's over. It's like a C room. Show's over. These two girls, super fine Cuban chicks. Yo, we love you guys. You're so funny. You guys should come hang out at the house. We got a big ranch on a couple miles away. And we in Davie, bro. What we gonna do? Like, fuck it, let's go. And we go to their house. And this shit is sprawling. They have horses. They have a big, crazy big house and pools over here, hot tubs here. They got the ATVs. That's how much land they have. So the girl goes, listen, you guys want drinks? And we go inside, we get drinks. Come and meet my dad. And we go in the back. And it's a bunch of old Cuban men with like big fat cigars like this far. And they just talking, telling stories in Spanish. And she's like, Daddy, these are the comedians from earlier. And he's like, hey, little, you do take care of my girl. And we like, oh, this is definitely some coke shit here. This is some coke shit. This is some cocaine cowboy shit going on here. And she's like, come on, see my horses. And I'm like, oh, these are your, this one's mine. This is Daddy's. And we're like, oh, this is some coke shit going on here for real. And we just hang out with them and drink and party, have a great time. They throw music on, like, dang, 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 dang. Whole weekend. We just have a great time with these two chicks. We didn't fuck, but we had a great time. They fed us crazy. And the father's like, they're going to come to the show. Miguel and all of us will come to the show and tell about our friends. And we get there like that Saturday late show. And it's just like 90 Cuban dudes in the room, cigars out, and we hoping they laughing. And we look over, they talking to each other. I'm like, yeah, we definitely entertained the cocaine cowboys this weekend. It was a good one.
You guys were safe.
We were safe. We were safe. We rode horses. We drank rum and smoked fucking the fresh rolled cigars. It was amazing.
Isn't it funny how being on the road like we are, like you look at some of the characters you run into. Have you been? Obviously, you've done the Cleveland Improv.
Oh, I love Cleveland Improv.
So there's a restaurant there. I can't remember the name of it, but the guy's like from Bulgaria or something. It's right there when you get
in the flats?
All the flats. It's the row before Exo Steakhouse. Exo Steakhouse on the corner, and that's where all the bars are. It's like the row in front of the bars if you're coming up from the flats. You know, you go up that little hill.
Yeah.
And you're right there, right before you. Anyways, there's a restaurant there, and food's amazing. Like he's got like these stir fries and all this other shit. It's good, but it's clear. I'm like, how did he get this business, right? And then it's a club upstairs on the weekends and stuff. And he was such a. We got to know him. We went there one night and got to know him, and he came to the show. It's similar to Cocaine Cowboys. Something about him, I was like, I don't know what's going on here, man. And because he got too much money, too much power, and the way he moved was just like, oh, this guy's got some bodies, basically.
Right.
He came to the show, got this big laugh, brought his whole family, bought everything. Like, all the merch. I could have had tube socks. He'd be like, give me the tube socks. He was buying, hey, one time he was so drunk, he was buying shit for other motherfuckers in line.
You know why? Because comedians, I think we have the broadest range with like who we can reach. Like a criminal, like that guy would love comedy. The Cocaine Cowboys, they love comedy. They might not like sports. They might not be into the same music as us, but everybody's like, hey man, let's go see I'll go see some comedy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we get to talk to the criminals. We get to talk to the fucking Harvard educated. We get the whole spectrum of people that are like, I love comedy. So we can talk to the highs of the high and the lows of the lows.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we reach everybody. We can connect with everybody. And when you're talking, when you you talk for a living, you're gonna just hit everybody. Maybe not everybody, 100% of the people, but a good majority of the people, you're gonna connect on some level with something you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You go into relationships, boom, that's gonna get this side of the room. You go into your pop culture or politics or whatever. You're gonna connect on some level with somebody at some point. As much as we talk about, if you have that much material.
I remember that the guy in Cleveland said, I said, is business picking up? Because this was like 2015, so LeBron's back, right?
Oh, yeah.
I said, business picking up? He goes, he was all mad. He goes, all the guys used to hang out here last year. Now LeBron's back, nobody hangs out anymore.
Oh, wow.
He said they all hung out. He said Kyrie, he was naming them all. They all go upstairs, they have a good time, because he had hook upstairs.
Yeah.
So he goes, now nobody comes out. They're winning. And he put his arms up like this.
LeBron's like, we got to practice in the morning. Everybody get some sleep.
Right? You're a Knicks fan, right? Or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn Nets, baby. Brooklyn Nets.
What do you think of Kyrie?
As a basketball player, I love him. He's great.
I know, as a basketball player.
Yeah.
But do you think? I'm not digging any kind of way.
What do you mean?
You glad they got him? Or you wish he would get vaccinated?
Well, you know what? I didn't, when he first signed with the Nets, he wasn't the signing I was hoping for. I thought D'Angelo Russell was more than enough.
Good,
I thought he was doing great. I thought him paired with KD would have been great. And, I didn't think Kyrie was coming to Brooklyn, but, I'm happy we got him. As far as the vaccine thing, it's like, look, I'm not going to tell anybody on this planet what to do with your body.
Yeah.
If you feel that strongly, I get it, bro.
I don't know him, so I'm not judging. I'm not going to go over what the media's telling me about people. The only thing I looked at Kyrie like, what are you talking right now? Is when
he recently changed religions, so that might have a lot to do with it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe. But when he said, I want to be a voice for the voiceless, and I was like this, what? Literally, I just went like this. What? It sounded like he wanted something deep.
Yeah,
it didn't come out right.
No,
like,
when he said,
I didn't mean it.
When he said, I'm not against the vaccine. I'm not against mandates. I'm just against telling people what to do or something like that. I was like, I thought it was something there, bro.
It was something like you were listening to somebody try to say something deep, but you know what it reminded me of? I was in Vegas, and there was I went to one of those Benihana.
You didn't hear nothing deep in Vegas.
No. But it's similar to how I looked at somebody. We was at like a Benihana type restaurant, right? And the edamame came.
Right.
And this guy, before the edamame came, he was talking to the waitress. He was a young guy, but he was clearly trying to act like he got money and it was worldly. Yeah. Just, I've been to France, been to this, talking. I'm going, this guy's lying. Like, I'm literally reading, I'm like, he's fucking lying. The edamame comes. He picks it up with the chopsticks, like I know how to use chopsticks, and bites that motherfucker. He went, and he went like this. Not bad. And then I went, here I am taking how you're supposed to eat. I'm like, and then I put the excess in the bowl. I got another one. I was like, I'm literally sitting right across from him going, well, you could tell he went, didn't say a word the rest of fucking dinner. When he saw how you're supposed to eat them, he literally went, not bad. I was like this. Oh, this motherfucker doesn't know how to eat this shit. First when he picked up with the chopstick.
That is some Vegas shit right there. Somebody trying to seem cultured.
When he picked it up, though, with the chopsticks, I was like, this edamame, just pick it with your hand.
That's like the people that mistake the hand bowl for, like, you're supposed to drink it or something like that. You dip your hand and you, like, and somebody's over there, like, with a spoon.
Yeah.
Like.
You got any club dates coming up outside the Brian Alden tour?
So I have Brian Alden dates.
You got a website?
You know what? TonyRockComedy.com. Tony_Rock on Instagram. Tony Rock on Twitter. I got mad dates, bro. I'm like literally come home, laundry, chill with the baby, wifey, out, come back, same thing all over again.
Are you married?
And
you're just saying wifey.
Hey, man.
I'm just asking.
What did we say? The best relationship is some shit you don't know about.
Yeah, but we don't know who she is.
We don't want TMZ leaking shit.
All right. You said wifey. That's
wifey,
why
yes.
I was like this.
I come home to my wife and my child.
All right.
I spend days with them and then I go back out on the road.
I don't have to ask another question then. You just kind of answered it a little bit.
And then I go on the road, yeah. And pilot season's about to pick up. Hopefully, get some
You still be auditioning?
momentum. Yeah, of course.
Or you just get offered?
No, I get offers, but I don't get the offers I want.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I see stuff on TV a lot. Like, I don't get the offers I want, and I don't get the auditions I want sometimes. Because I'll see a show, and it looks like, hey, I could have been that guy. Why didn't they even get the audition? I didn't even get a phone call. So maybe they were locked into that specific person, or maybe they just I don't know. This business is weird, man. That's why I just go do my stand-up.
What was the sitcom you was on? All of Us?
All of Us.
Did that go 5 seasons?
4. We were supposed to do 5 till we got canceled.
I thought you got, and that's why I asked. I thought you guys stopped right before it would have went into syndication.
Yeah, I did All of Us for 4 years. I did Read Between the Lines for 1 season. I did, what's the other one I did? Man and Wife. We did 2 seasons of that.
Yeah, man. You shot a pilot in 2016. What was that? I remember you posted on Instagram.
I did a pilot.
It was a network show. It wasn't like
I did 2 ABC pilots that I swore I would have put money on they was going. Neither one got picked up.
You can't think about this business. I remember when Blackish got picked up. The other black sitcom. What is it on NBC, ABC, whatever it's on?
Which one? Blackish is on ABC.
ABC. So the 2 quote unquote black pilots that year. It's usually how it works.
Right.
It used to work. Was Blackish and Kevin Hart. He had one he was producing with Romany Malco and Jeff Ross was in it. So
yeah, that was ABC too, right?
Yeah, it was based on Kevin's life, basically.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah.
But I remember.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yes.
I remember talking to Romany and seeing Kev, Romany just coming off of Think Like a Man 2, and I was like this. I go, oh, that Anthony Anderson doesn't stand a fucking chance in my brain. Then when Blackish got picked up, I was like, oh, I said either Blackish is really freaking good,
right,
or the other one was really freaking bad. Come to find out, Blackish is really good. Blackish has gotten better over the years. I feel like they're listening to Anthony.
I did. What's the sitcom that Belushi, Jim Belushi had on ABC? He was married to.
Oh, I know. God dang it! I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay,
too.
so that year, I did a pilot.
Can you anybody look that up?
According to Jim. Okay, so that year, I did a pilot for ABC, right? Every day on set, I'm like, oh, dying laughing, watching other scenes. Like, oh, this shit is going, man. This shit is going. This is gonna go. Like, the execs feel good about it. Everybody feels good about it. It doesn't get picked up. They pick up according to Jim. Me being a hater, I say, that shit's gonna get canceled and we're gonna be mid-season replacement. That's what's gonna happen because our shit's too funny. According to Jim, goes for like 10 seasons.
Yeah, it's been on forever.
That was the Lord saying, hey man, humble your fucking self. Everything happens in its own time. Like, don't hate on the next man to get yours because that ain't how you want it anyway. So that was just like a lesson learned. Like that shit ran for 10 seasons. I was like, I fucking hated on that show for no reason, hoping that I was gonna be, But you just gotta let things happen the way they progress and everything in its own time. And what's for you is for you and all that good shit. You gotta learn all those cliche shits, man.
Yeah.
What's for you is for you, and you didn't miss anything. Whatever you're supposed to get, you're supposed to get.
My manager always says work gets work.
Work gets work.
So you shooting a pilot that didn't get picked up, you got in front of the right people.
Right.
Eventually,
right.
It's funny in this business. You work with the same people.
And then I've been offered stuff from this. Like I'll do a pilot that doesn't get picked up, and then get something offered. Just hand it to me. No audition. Here, this is yours. Bet. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So you're right. Work gets work.
You're like those. We're really like those free agents in the NFL. The last preseason game where they're like, look, they got Tom Brady. You're auditioning for another team as a backup quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what we're doing half the time.
Yep.
Because I don't know a person out there that hasn't shot a pilot that they thought was really funny that said immediately, yeah, the other show was better.
I shot, when I did Living Biblically, we shot the pilot. That was for CBS. And I'm like,
that was the show, 2016.
Was that Biblically? Okay.
It had to be.
Yeah,
that
CBS.
name popped
CBS, Living Biblically.
You know why I remember that?
Why?
It's because I came out here and stayed at a residence inn for 3 months for pilot, or 2 months for pilot season. I went to the residence inn in El Segundo where the Laker G League was staying.
Oh, wow,
right?
wow.
So I just saw hoes in and out. I was like this. How are you guys playing?
You saw B-level hoes.
I heard it.
You saw B-level hoes.
B-level. I was like, I heard it. Those walls are small. It's like this. All right, guys, definitely not dunking tomorrow.
You sure you getting called up? It's a 10-day, baby.
What you
it's
guys-
a 10-day.
Your Achilles better. You gonna get caught with your Achilles get.
You sure you know Kobe?
So
Oh
It was
my
all at the
God.
free breakfast. That's the tallest free breakfast I've ever fucking seen.
We don't have enough bacon.
Right. How do you guys have bodies like that, eating like that?
I did biblically, and I swore it was getting picked up. Even the network was like, yeah, this is going. You guys are good. This is going. Didn't get picked up, but it got mid-season replacement. But then we didn't get the back
Mid-season
9. We got like the, what is it, 11 to 13? Didn't
Yeah.
get 9.
But I remember it because I was auditioning like over and over and over and over.
For that, for biblically?
No, just pilot season.
Yeah.
And then you and I Instagram like, yeah, about to shoot. I go, what a fucking dick.
I
think I was-
last year.
Hold on.
Wait, last year I auditioned for. It was a Zoom audition. I auditioned for the Nicole Richie pilot.
Uh-huh.
Yo, that shit was funny. I read it. I was like, yo, this is good, man. I did the Zoom audition, and this is the weird thing. I'm on the Zoom audition. I finish, and they go, all right, good stuff, Tony. That was great. All right, take care. I'm like, all right, thank you guys. And I'm going to get off, like log off, and I hear the girl go. One of the ladies says, oh, I really liked him. And the other girl goes, I think he's still on. I just like unplug the shit like real fast, like so they think I'm going. And then I get the call back. I do the Zoom call back. I do another one. They send the offer. I got to sign the paperwork, my number, my quote, all of that shit, paperwork. And then I hate when my agents tell me who else is in the running. I don't care to know. It doesn't help me.
Oh, see, I like it.
I don't like that.
I'm
shit.
just curious.
I'm not curious at all. I could care less.
Oh,
so they go, hey, you're gonna do your Zoom call back today at noon and everything's set up. Your contract's done. It's you and Eric Griffin. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, so then I go, wait, well then they must be looking for 2 different
Wait a
things.
minute. Yeah, I'm like, Eric
It
Griffin?
was me and Eric Griffin, and they're looking for 2 different things.
Right.
So if he gets it, it's not a knock on me. They was just looking for that. If I
Yeah.
get it, then it was not a knock on him. And they call like the next day, like, hey, yeah, they're gonna go with Eric, but they loved you and they're gonna keep you in mind for stuff. They give you that
They don't have to tell me they love me.
cliche. They keep you in mind for stuff. And then I hit Eric and I'm like, yeah, man, I heard it was down to me and you, bro. Congrats. And Eric texts back, don't feel bad for you. Bye. I'm like,
That's
what
so
a
Eric.
fucking asshole.
That's
Don't feel
great.
bad for you. Bye.
But they don't have to tell you they really liked you if you're down to the final 2. Like,
Right.
I know they like
Right.
me.
But don't give me this. They're gonna keep you in mind for future. Just say that you didn't get it. Just like I'm not that guy. My skin is so
Yeah.
thick. I don't need the pat. Like
Yeah.
it was okay. Just
Didn't
go,
get
hey
it.
man, didn't get it, bro.
Yeah.
We on to the next one. All right, bet. Let's go. What we do? What's next?
Right,
You know,
right.
I'm not that guy. I know some comics need it. Some actors need it. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't need it, but the opposite of me is like, I like to know. Not that I'm intimidated. I'm just curious like this. What?
I don't want to know.
No way. I think there was a show called The Mullets back in like 2003 or 4 audition for.
Yeah, I definitely didn't audition for that.
Yeah, for sure. There was a black guy in the show though, because Ari Spears at one of the auditions. They had a black friend with the mullet. I don't know. They're reaching.
I wasn't.
But that was the one audition where when I got it, I go, these are all the people I grew up with in the trailer park. Like whoever wrote it, I was like, oh, they got it. And then I remember I got down to the final 2, and this is where you go in the room, and I just went cattle call to like producers and then the network, and then it was you're down to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what I remember about the audition is Lonnie Anderson was playing the mom.
Lonnie Anderson.
Bobby Carapia in Cincinnati.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She was playing the mom in it. And we went in the week before, me and her went in together. And I just remember I ad-libbed this karate chop to her, goofing off, and then she like blocked it, and she went with it, right? So the next week, she goes in with the other guy to test, and you test with both moms and both sons. And they walk out, and the guy goes, that was good, that karate thing. She goes, yeah, I used it last week. And I go, motherfucker,
Wow.
I ad-libbed that.
Wow.
I literally, it threw everything off for me. I'm looking at her like, I was about to do it again. You know what I mean? I was like this. She just took the karate chop ad-lib. And the other guy and her got it.
Well, in your defense, the mullets didn't get picked up.
It got picked up for 6 episodes. Got canceled really quick.
Oh, really? The mullets.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
But that was my first time. The way I remember, that was the first time I shoot a pilot. Like you said, people don't know, when you get down to the final 2, you sign your contract before you get
audition.
the job.
Yeah.
And you see that money, and you start counting in your head like 10 episodes, this amount of money. I'm like,
yes,
whoa.
Lord. Yes, Lord.
I'm good.
You start thinking about the stuff you're going to
This
buy.
is a struggling comic.
And you start thinking about the stuff you're going to pay off. And you start thinking about the stuff you're going to do for your moms and your sisters and your friends.
That's the first time I saw it.
Then they call and go, yeah, it is.
Didn't get it.
Shit.
No, literally, Tony, I was
That happens all the time.
Was headlining, but wasn't in a percentage deal. So I was doing okay, but not like that. And I was just thinking, I literally looked at it 3 times. I go, and then I was like, what? Is this right? And then I'm sitting there going, shh. And I just remember going, I'm so close.
Yeah.
I'm so close.
Yeah. That's why
that's
why I don't want to know. Like, that's another reason why, because I know it's so close and it could just be all pulled away so fast. So let me read. Don't tell me who's up. Don't tell me who. Just let me do this and let's see how far we can get. And then we'll do all that shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Afterwards, if I get it, you were up against so-and-so. Okay, good.
Yeah.
But it's so close and it's still so far away.
But you see them in the room, right?
So to speak, huh?
You see a lot of these guys in the room as you're auditioning.
Oh, no, I see a lot of, man, I can tell almost with some certainty who's not gonna get it. The guy that's in the hallway, when you go on audition and it's like, that long hallway and everybody's in the hallway, all the actors, the guy that's fucking holding court, he's trying to psych himself up.
Yeah.
The guy that's like, yeah, man, y'all could go home, I got this, bro. He don't stand a chance.
Right. That's Denver.
The dude that's in the corner, he's out of here.
Yeah.
He's gone. He's not getting it. It's the dude that's just sitting there like, all right, let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? All right.
I've been both those other guys.
I've
never been the guy going, I got this shit.
When I auditioned for All of Us, I remember it because it was just like so crazy. I remember that elevator door opened and every single black actor in the world was in that hallway.
A different time.
This guy, that guy, everybody was in the hallway. And there was guys holding court and being funny and telling bits. And there was guys over here like thespians and I'm classically trained. And I was just like, all right, I'm too new to even know what to do. Like, so let's just get it. Let's just get it. Now you just said you wasn't on a percentage deal. You said that about
no.
At the time when you were looking at the contract.
Mullets.
Yeah. So when you was that something that your management brought to you about going on a percentage deal? Because I say like in the last 3 years or 4 years I got on percentage deals. And it changed my money drastically, so I know what it can do on the road.
Yeah. Well,
was that like management, or you were like, hey, it would be.
That was management agency where they said, hey, here's what happened. I went to Houston, Texas, the Houston Improv.
Yes, one of my favorite clubs. Shout out Houston, Texas.
Man,
second home.
Boom, love Houston. I started selling tickets. You never know when you start selling some tickets, right? So I started selling some tickets, and the manager at the time, he said, I feel like an asshole. I said, what do you mean? He goes, he gives me the paperwork, and he goes, this is what we made at the door. He goes, this is what you're getting paid. He goes, I don't even feel right.
Oh, they were robbing you.
The club.
Yeah.
But we had signed the deal like
but it was your contract. Right.
He just went by the contract. To the dude's credit, he gave me some money under the table in cash. He goes, don't tell nobody.
That must have been Randy.
I'm not going to tell you who.
It must have been Randy.
Wasn't Randy, but you got the first letter right. And
okay.
So he goes, I don't feel right. He gives me an envelope with some cash in it. And he goes, just don't rape us next time you come. I go, what do you mean? So I laughed. I left there, and then I went to Dallas the next week. So I did Houston, Dallas the same way. We got the numbers Monday. And they're like, dude. And I go, these ain't paper. These are all paid. They're like, yeah. I go, oh my God. He goes, and I remember my manager, my agent at the time was like, we're going to percentage deals. He goes, I'm calling the clubs right now. You can't get ripped off 2 weeks in a row. Went to Phoenix. First time I did a percentage deal. It was 50-50 deal.
Yeah.
And Casey was the manager, who's still my favorite manager to this day. I think he's got a new club in San Diego. But he was just sitting with his arms crossed. When I settled at the end of the week, he goes, because he had been there when I was struggling.
Yeah.
And he was like this. He goes, yeah, told you. Big difference now.
When I changed agencies, it doesn't matter which one I went from to where, but when I changed agencies, the agent at my next stop was like, hey, man, you know you're leaving money on the table? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I literally thought they were good deals. Like, yeah, I get X amount of dollars and a couple of $100 for a sellout. Fuck that, bro. We go on percentage deals. You get 50-50. Once you sell this many tickets, it converts to this much. And I would leave with like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I could have been doing this every city, every week.
Well,
like,
I don't know if you could have been doing it. It's when you start selling tickets and make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
And I think your career is more like there wasn't the Chris Tucker Friday role.
That's the thing, right?
You kept peppering people.
Yeah, mine's was a slow build. I will be the first to admit mine's was a slow build.
Hitting people.
Mine's is we saw him last year. He was great.
Right.
We saw him 2 years ago.
And then they see you on TV, like,
then,
that's what we saw at the club.
Right. But again,
peppering.
you're absolutely right. That's the only thing I'm missing. I'm missing that big, he was in that, and it was funny as shit.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye. Once it's gone, I know.
But I think that's why you didn't get a percentage deal earlier.
Yeah.
Because I remember
but I'm just, what I meant was just say that the difference in what I'm getting now in this same club as opposed to last time, like, damn, I could have got that before. Like, I could have, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's such a difference, bro. It's such a
percentage deals? Oh my God. And then you go from 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20.
Yeah.
90-10.
Then you get the, hey, they want to add a show Sunday night and they'll give you X amount of dollars.
More.
I'm like, let's do it, bro.
I told my agent, don't ever ask, just add.
Let's do it.
Don't ever ask.
You know what? I should have known you say that because I see some cities I'm in and you're like a week before or a week after and it's like, Gary added 3 more shows next Thursday. I'm like, God damn. Like, and then you know how they play the screen comes down and they show previews of who's coming up next week?
Yeah.
It'll be like, Gary Owens, 4 more shows added. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Motherfucker added 4 shows on a Tuesday?
But it's like, he would always call me. He was like, yo, the club wants to add one. I said, don't ask. The answer's yes.
Yo, I got a fucking call about a gig. My manager called. Hey, you want to do this gig in Vegas with Cedric the Entertainer? It's like, I think it's like 20,000. It's one nighter. The fuck are you calling me for? Like, why? This is not. You didn't know to just say yeah, hell yeah. Like you wasting time calling me. Mm-hmm. This is a no-brainer, bro. Of course, yes. Of course.
But it's funny. Like I got called for a college probably 5 years ago, and I don't want to give the number out, but it was 5 figures, right? And I thought about it. Like I was like, oh, I gotta leave tomorrow. It literally was like Wednesday night, Thursday, I'm leaving.
Out.
I'm telling you, I'm going like this. Shit. I go, man, I'm gonna fly straight to this city. As I'm thinking in my head, I'm going, my life doesn't suck. If I am debating right now, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm sitting here negotiating with myself over I'm gonna take this gig tomorrow.
Listen, man.
Because I'm thinking of the airline ticket, what hotel, and I'm just it was never really about the money. It was like the inconvenience. Do I want to fly in here and get a rent-a-car?
No, but I'm still like that. I'm still like that when I have to fly from a big plane to a little plane.
Some of these cities.
When I have to fly from LA to Chicago, then Chicago to Toledo, I'm like, do I really want to fucking go to Toledo, man? I don't want to do this shit.
And some cities don't have fucking hubs anymore. Pittsburgh doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of cities you could
use
to be able to get a straight flight. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, Pittsburgh can't get direct. Phoenix is tough. Come from East Coast to West Coast. Phoenix is hard to get into.
Wait,
dude.
from New York to Phoenix?
If you're not in a hub. I don't know about New York.
Yeah, no.
If you're not at a major hub,
right?
Phoenix ain't got a hub. They're not a hub anymore.
Wow.
Really? Southwest they are, but not like normal. Because
Yeah, no,
well, you know the cities. Dallas is American.
Dallas is American.
United
Atlanta's Delta.
Detroit's Delta.
Yes.
Minnesota, Salt Lake, Detroit, and Atlanta are Delta. And then you got Charlotte is American.
Right.
Miami's American.
Yep.
Dallas is American.
Mm-hmm.
And United is San Francisco and Houston and Chicago. Like, you know the cities that got the hubs.
Yeah.
If you ain't got a major hub, you're like, dude.
You know what? That's funny when I'm going to the airport in like Toledo. So it's Toledo International Airport. International?
Right.
You got to go to Chicago to get international.
You
ain't. This ain't international.
Direct flights to Columbus. That's all they got.
Toledo National Airport.
Local. I've never flown to Toledo. I just fly to Detroit.
No, that's what I do now. I just fly to Detroit, just drive.
It's like less than an hour.
I did Dayton a week ago, and I was like, I should just fly to Detroit and drive. But I didn't know.
Or Cincy.
Cincy. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know it was that much further. I thought it was closer, but.
Dayton's not a terrible airport, though. It's small, but it's not terrible. And I've run into more celebs at the Dayton airport in my life.
Really?
Anyway, Chappelle flies out there sometimes. Yeah. I ran into DC Young. First I ever met DC Young fly, Dayton Airport.
Oh yeah. I see guys that I run into people in Chicago a lot because we're either going back to LA altogether
or the airport.
So I see DL with the big ass dog. Like, hey,
I ran into Detroit a couple times.
Yeah.
I think the most random that looking back on it was kind of cool. Now that I hate to say he passed away, but Chadwick Boseman.
Oh man.
Right when What was the first big role he did? 42? So 42,
yes,
Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
So he just did 42. It had been out for like 6-7 months. And I'll just never forget, he's in Detroit. I'm walking this way. Never met him. He's walking this way. He didn't even have earbuds. He had like the earpiece plugged to his phone. And he was talking to somebody, and our eyes met, and I was like, oh. And he went, oh. And he took the, what's up, man? What's up? I never said his name.
Yeah.
He never said my name because I didn't know his name. I just knew him from the movie.
Yo,
and he knew me. And it was like, we just kept it moving.
That's
stopped for a second.
one of the coolest aspects of being famous is that right there. Like, I'm in the airport and I'll see somebody, we don't know each other. Like, I'll see a rapper. Like, we don't know each other.
Yeah.
Didn't grow up together. And it's like, they see me. All right.
Right?
It's like they walk away like, that was fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Like, that was a really cool interaction with Chadwick. And then to kind of find out the kind of guy he was.
Yeah.
It was real quick. No pictures. To this day, I don't even know if he knows my name. I didn't know his name.
He walked away and said, man, I just met the guy from Power.
That's all I said. I don't think Power was out there.
I just met the guy. I just met Tommy.
But it was just funny because he just had his earpiece in and took it out. He go, hold on. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, man? All right.
Dope.
And that was it. Kept it moving to this day.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, for real.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. All right, man. We've been on here long enough.
Is that it? We just end like that? We just.
I don't like a grand ending.
Okay.
You know.
It's been real.
Yeah.
I guess I'll
Anything you
go
wanna
get my
pump?
car washed and
Go home to your wifey and kid.
I'm on,
Since
I'm
you're not-
on tour. Come and see me on tour in any city that you live in. If I'm there, you come and see me.
All right, man. I do it for real. I appreciate you coming
It's a
on.
pleasure, bro. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
It's always fun to
I like
chop
how
it
we
up.
can just talk. Like it's not like you don't have a set list of questions and shit like that.
I
It's
never
like,
do.
We just fucking talk.
And you can talk.
I'm a talker.
Some
bro.
people.
If we talking sport, if we talking boxing or comedy,
talk boxing.
Listen, if we talking boxing or
All right, we won't
comedy,
end it. Let's end on boxing. All right.
but I'm just saying. I just say that to say this. If we talking comedy or
Do
boxing
you think?
or like family and shit like that, I'll talk forever.
Let's go straight to the heavyweights. Deontay and Tyson Fury, right?
Right.
What do you think of Tyson Fury now?
He's the truth. He's the truth. You can't dispute it. It's like it's been proven. He won damn near all 3 fights. One
He's
judge
one of the-
one judge gives him 1 point in the first fight. He won all 3.
I had a heated, not heated, but on the podcast.
I don't think he's a cheater. People say that. I don't think he's a cheater.
Me and Aries had a disagreement where I said, dude, he's one of the
You and Aries had a disagreement?
boxing disagreement. I said he's one of the best ever. I really think so because he's so big. He gets knocked down, he gets back up.
Yes.
Granted, he got knocked down by one of the biggest power punches in the history of boxing,
And got back up.
and
Twice.
got back up, and he calls it like it's gonna happen. I haven't seen anybody since Ali do that, right?
Yes.
I'm like this. How do you not say he's one of the best? Like I think
No, he
Lennox
has to
Lewis
be-
one of the best ever.
He has to be one of the best ever. He has to be one of the best ever. He knocked the guy out that beat everybody else. To be the man, you got to beat the man. He
Yeah.
beat the man and then beat the man and then beat the man.
I think Lennox Lewis is one of the best ever.
I think that this is a blessing in disguise because now we get to see because Anthony Joshua is not going to rematch Usyk. He's not going to rematch him.
Usyk.
And Deontay doesn't have the belts now. So he needs to get back in standing. He needs to get back into contention.
Yeah.
So now I think we get to see Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder because now they have to fight to get back in contention.
But you don't think Wilder would rather fight Usyk?
No, Wilder would rather fight Usyk. I think Wilder can beat anybody. I think he could beat Joshua. I think he could beat Usyk.
Yeah.
So he's just chill and just waiting to see what works out in his favor and comes his direction. But I think Deontay now, having lost twice, some would argue 3 times, it's like, damn, where's my next fight? What's gonna get me back in?
Yeah.
I
I want to take like a whole year off.
And Joshua,
recover.
okay, Usyk, what's gonna get me back in? Fuck it, me and Deontay would still be a big fight, even with no titles on the line. It would still be a big
Yeah.
fight because people want to see that. And whoever wins is right back in.
Well, I don't.
To
Do you
contention.
want to see a 4?
No, that's not.
Fury
What's gonna
Wilder?
happen is Fury's gonna beat Usyk
Yeah.
and just ride off into the sunset. He's older now. Keep in mind, Fury's
Yeah.
what, 34, 35.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So he's gonna win. Leave it all about. All right, I'm. You guys have fun. I'm done. I've retired undefeated. I beat everybody. There's nothing else to prove.
Do you think Lennox Lewis is one of the best ever?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
I get pushback for Lennox. I
No,
go.
Lennox is one of the best.
He beat both guys that beat him, Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman.
Beat Mike Tyson. Not old Tyson, but he beat Tyson.
But he beat.
I mean, not young Tyson, but he beat Tyson.
No,
he
and
beat
it's-
Holyfield.
And the 2 guys that beat him, he destroyed them in the rematches.
Yes.
Yes. I think Rockman is the one fight he took lightly.
He
went
slept
to
on
South
Rockman.
Africa.
He slept on Rockman.
He wanted to see. He had a meeting with Mandela the next day.
He slept on Rockman.
Yeah, completely. And that was
who I wanted Rockman to be good because he was, as they called him, the Rock. So I was like, I want him to be good, but he didn't take it serious. So
now, what do you think of the Jake Pauls and Logan Pauls of the world?
Listen, man, we have this argument on my social media, me and my guys on the group chat. And one of my boys is like, yo, I hate that he's not a real boxer and he's making a mockery. I love the fact that boxing is getting all this new attention that it didn't get. Because MMA was stealing boxing's thunder. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that this guy's getting boxing all this attention. I think they should use him just like he's using boxing and put him on undercards of major fights. So now boxing gets that infusion of eyes. You know what I'm saying? So put him on put him on the undercard of a Deontay Wilder and a Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
That's the whole world right there.
Yeah.
Even if 50 million people are watching to see Jake Paul, the 2 million that want to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they got to watch this bullshit. You know, if you claim it's not real, but the eyes are on it. The eyes are on boxing. I just want boxing to be back in the public eye like it used to be.
Yeah. I never knock anybody.
And keep in mind,
money.
I never knock anybody for making money. And this dude actually trains. It's not like he just wings it.
Yeah.
This dude is really training.
Yeah.
He's really sparring. He has a real trainer, a real dietitian. He works out. He runs. He does the work. You can't knock a person that does the work from where they came from.
And he does the work on shit talking.
Exactly. He knows how to sell a fight.
He knows how to sell a fight.
He checks every box.
I've gotten every one.
Look, and he knocked knockouts sell. Chicks dig the long ball and chicks dig the knockout.
Yeah.
He knocks motherfuckers out.
Yeah. So I was like,
he talks the shit. He knocks motherfuckers out. He's flashy. He's white fucking Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, for real. I took a perfect page out of Floyd's book.
Exactly. Because that's how you do it. And that's what Floyd is doing with Gervonta, but Gervonta doesn't have the mouthpiece.
At all.
He's doing the same thing with Gervonta. It's like, yo, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put you on pay-per-view. We're going to promote all your shit. You're going to be a pay-per-view star. If you want to see him fight, you got to pay pay-per-view. That's what they did with Floyd. Yo, fuck Bob Arum. We over here doing our own thing, pay-per-view. All you got to do, the only problem is you got to still win. You got to keep winning to keep that going. Once you lose, you're not a draw anymore. So Floyd did it right, and he's trying to do the same thing with Gervonta, but Gervonta doesn't have that appeal.
At all.
Gervonta, and then we had said we going to get here. It's like he don't have that.
Did you see the press conference for the guy he was going to fight?
Romy Romello.
I'm gonna knock that motherfucker out. Look at the motherfucker.
He got a fur on. He looked crazy.
What'd he say? With little fucking dinosaur arms. Yeah. He kept waiting for reaction and he was like a comic. He was like Denver. He was like this. Yeah. Maybe he went back like this. Knock that motherfucker out.
He just don't have it. Yeah.
It's like this.
He checked every other box, but he can't. He don't have the gift of gab.
Yeah. It's bad. All right, that's enough boxing talk. I appreciate you coming on, Tony.
My man, always a pleasure. Anytime. I'll see you this weekend, right?
I'll see you Friday.
Yeah.